Hey guys, what is going on? As you could probably expect with most Call of Duty games, the assault rifle category is typically one of the most popular categories that we can go with. It's usually the gun you first start out with when you get given the game. So, we are here to talk about my 5 favorite and probably the best assault rifle class setups in Vanguard Season 2. We've got 2-shot kills here, we've got fast TTKs at about 180 milliseconds, we've got easy to control guns, and as I said, we do have the top 5 best assault rifle class setups in Vanguard Season 2. Just while we do get into it here though, make sure you do hit that subscribe button with those notifications turned on. I do very much appreciate it and it really does help me out. Of course, we are still looking for 6,000 subscribers, and if you could help me achieve that little goal there, that would be absolutely massive. I love when our community does grow, and I do get to talk to new people about Call of Duty. It's one of my absolute favorite things in the world. So let's talk about our top 5 best assault rifle class setups in Vanguard Season 2 here. Starting us off with one of my all-time favorites, of course, we are looking at the BAR. This is one of those guns that I always rely on to try and go on those longer streaks, get those V2 rockets, because you can get a 2-shot kill with this. You deal 68 damage per bullet. Landing 2 bullets to get a kill is easier than landing 3 bullets if you are in those high pressure situations like going for those V2 rockets. Starting us off here, we do of course have the Mercury silencer. This does give us that extra little boost to our recoil control as well as sound suppression, meaning we do not appear on the minimap when we are firing. We also take the CGC 27-inch 2B barrel. This makes us highly accurate and controllable. Also reduces the gun sway and weapon bomb, and of course we get an extra boost to our damage range as well. We of course go with the G16 2.5 times scope just so we have a nice medium range optic here, but a slate reflector is also a good option if you are fighting at close to medium range. Moving on to the stock here, we do have an increase to our horizontal recoil control and our aim down sight speed from the pistol grip custom, but if you do want a little bit more aim walking movement speed, you can take a remove stock option as well, which is a nice little boost too. In the underbarrel, we do have the M1941 hand stop here for recoil control and accuracy just to keep us on target. We do have the .50 BMG 30 round mag to increase our damage to the 68 number that we did mention earlier, as well as boost our damage range quite significantly here. This is nice to get us those 2-shot kills. Moving on, we do have the length and ammo type for bullet velocity increase of about 30%. We do have the fabric grip in the rear grip slot for an aim down sight speed and sprint to fire speed increase. Then we do have, of course, in the proficiency slot, we go with sleight of hand here to just give us the most amount of reload speed as we can get. And then in the kit, we do have fully loaded here to give us the most amount of starting ammo as well. Moving on here, we do have one of my favorite weapons from this Season 1 Battle Pass, which was the Carbine. This thing is a monster and it's still one of the best assault rifles in the game. I'm still a little bit torn as to which one of these guns on this list is going to be the number 1. Like, I still can't tell. Like, there's a lot of good guns in this game, especially in the assault rifle category. Again, you do get a relatively fast TTK with this. I believe you can push it out to about 150 milliseconds or so. It does make it a little bit harder to control this weapon, I believe, but it can be worth it in certain situations like up close. But again, this thing's usually just a medium range monster here. So again, we start off with that recoil booster here. This increases our fire rate by about 5%, taking our fire rate to 789 RPM at 34 damage per bullet. Very fast TTK there. In the barrel, we do have the 22-inch Cooper Custom for a highly accurate and controllable weapon, as well as a faster fire rate, again with a 5% boost here. Again, getting us that extra TTK boost is nice. Then in the optic slot, we do have the slate reflector here for a very nice clear sight picture at close to medium range. In the stock, we do go with the Cooper 45 RS for the initial accuracy and recoil control, aim down sight speed and recoil recovery. A nice one to get us on target as well. In the underbarrel, we do go with the M1941 hand stop here, but there is also something to be said for the Mark 6 skeletal for just aim down sight speed. In the magazine, we do go for the .30 Carbine 45 round mag here for an increase to our bullet velocity, our range, our damage. Again, those numbers that we did mention earlier of 34 damage per bullet at almost 800 RPM. Very nice TTK. In the ammo type, we do have length in here for bullet velocity. Again, we do have the rear grip, which is the fabric grip for aim down sight speed and sprint to fire speed. In the proficiency, we go with one of the all-time greats, which is brace, which increases our initial accuracy and recoil, which means our first few bullets when we do fire are very, very accurate here. And then we finish this off with kit, which is fully loaded here to give us, as I mentioned earlier, more starting ammo. The next one that we do have here is another one of my all-time favorite here. This is like the comparison to the Cooper Carbine here, which is the Automaton. Again, we've got a very, very similar TTK value here with this kind of thing. It's about 180 milliseconds, but again, you can force it a little bit faster if you do want to sacrifice more accuracy with like a recoil booster. This thing's really easy to control that recoil with, and one of my absolute favorite guns in the game, just because you can do so much damage very, very quickly with this, and it's still pretty accurate here. So again, the Automaton does start us off with that Mercury silencer here again for the recoil control boost, but you can also take a recoil boost to increase that fire rate by about 5%. It does make it a little bit more difficult to control this thing, but again, it's not too bad, so consider this if you like that faster fire rate. In the barrel, we do go with the Zac FA short to increase our damage number to 39 damage per bullet at almost 800 RPM. Again, a nice little boost to our TTK. Optic slot, we do have the slate reflector again for a nice clear sight picture. You can take that G16 2.5 times scope again if you do want to fight at more medium to longer range. In the stock, you can go with one of two options here. In the Emperor's broadsword for the initial accuracy and recoil, again similar to the one we mentioned on the Carbine, or you can take the Zac skeletal just to give us that aim walking movement speed boost as well. This is sort of a pick and choose one. I used both of these and they're both quite effective. In the underbarrel, again, we do have that M1941 hand stop, recoil control and accuracy. We have the 8mm Klauser rifle 50 round mag for the increase to our damage, bullet velocity, range, larger magazine size and the bullet penetration. Again, those numbers that we did mention earlier in the 39 damage per bullet at 759 RPM. In the ammo type, we do again have lengthen here for more bullet velocity. In the rear grip, we do have the fabric grip again for the aim down sight speed and the sprint to fire speed. We do have tight grip in the proficiency because we do want that extra recoil control when we do fire this thing for quite significant time. And then in the kit, we do have fully loaded here for again more starting ammo. Moving on to one of the previous best guns in the game, and that being the STG-44. When the game did launch, this was easily the best gun in the game. You could just get a goofy 2-shot kill. You can technically still get a 2-shot kill with this, and this is the class setup that we're about to present to you here today. It's a little janky, like it does actually require you to have that burn damage play out, I believe, in its full, like in its entirety to be able to get that technical 2-shot kill, meaning the TTK on that 2-shot kill is not ideal, but again, it's still a little bit of fun to say you can get a 2-shot kill with an STG still. Again, we do start off with that F8 stabilizer here for an accuracy increase, as well as a little bit of a boost to our damage. This is nice to keep us on target. We do have the barrel, which is the VDD 760 MM05B, highly accurate and controllable weapon with an increase to our damage range. Gives us 47% increase to our horizontal recoil control, meaning we can hit most shots here. In the slate reflector with the optic, we do have, of course, this one for a nice clear shot picture up close and at medium distance. In the stock, we do have the Constance Tactical for, again, the aim down sight walking speed is very, very fast here with this. You can just walk around the map with your aim down sight up most of the time and do a good job. Then in the underbarrel, we do have the M3 ready grip for an aim down sight speed and sprint to fire speed increase. We do have the Russian short 30 round mag here for an increase to that damage. Again, this damage number of 41 damage per bullet at 550 RPM does give us a relatively slow TTK, but then we do add the incendiary damage on top, and it sort of boosts it up a little bit, giving us those potential 2-shot kills, which are quite fun. In the rear grip, we do have the fabric grip here for the aim down sight speed and the sprint to fire speed. We've got the sleight of hand proficiency, but again, you can take focus if you do want a little bit of extra flinch resistance, but I like the faster reload speed. And then kit, of course, we have fully loaded for you know what at this point. So last one here today is a little bit interesting here. I don't see a lot of people talking about the NZ41 because it's a little bit different. It can be a little bit difficult to hit shots after those initial bullets do go out. Like after 5 or 6 shots, the weapon does start to sway side to side, which is not ideal with this thing. But when you are landing those first 6 shots incredibly accurately, you can get potential 2-shot kills here. All you have to do is get a headshot and then follow it up with a body shot to equal 100 damage, and you can kill people ridiculously fast here. I believe this is actually banned in the sort of league play game mode because this can potentially kill ridiculously fast just because of that 2-shot kill potential. So they actually banned this in league play, I'm pretty sure. Again, starting us off here, we do have the Mercury silencer here, but there is also something to be said for the MX silencer for this particular weapon, which does sort of control the horizontal sway a little bit more. In the Orb Weaver 360 MMBC, we do have a highly accurate and controllable weapon. Again, this does give us 40% increase to our horizontal recoil control. In the optic, we do have the slate reflector, which does combine with our iron sights here to give us one of the cleanest sights in the game. In the stock, we do have the LOR reinforced for, again, the same stock that we did mention on the Automaton and the Carbine. Initial accuracy and recoil and aim down sight speed boost is very nice. In the M1941 hand stop in the underbarrel, again, that recoil control and the accuracy. And then we move to the magazine, which we're not taking anything here because these basically make us less effective at killing people, which is not good here. So again, we do take that length and ammo type again for the bullet velocity increase of about 30% or so. We do take the rear grip, which is the fabric grip still for the aim down sight speed and the sprint to fire speed. In the proficiency, we've got brace for, again, that initial accuracy and recoil, but you can take pinned as well to increase the flinch that you deal to people, which is very, very strong for people who are trying to shoot back at you. And then again, we do round this off with the kit, which is fully loaded here for, again, as you guessed, the most starting ammo available. So that was it here, guys. A nice quick little one to get us back into the swing of things. We actually haven't made a video for a few days. We've been a little bit busy with other things in the real world, which is a little unfortunate here, but back at you again with top 5 best assault rifle class setups in the game at the moment in Season 2. I believe these are some of the best guns in the game, especially that Carbine and the Automaton. Even the bar, man, I love some of these guns, man. These are so strong. Again, you can get like your 2-shot kills, your 180 millisecond TTKs. These are some of the strongest guns in the game. If you do want to see more videos like this, more class setups, more top 5s, anything like that, make sure you do hit that subscribe button with those notifications turned on. I do very much appreciate it, and it really does help me out. Of course, we are still looking for 6,000 subscribers, and if you could help me achieve that goal, that would be absolutely massive. And again, hopefully that means I will see you in the next one. Bye!